Approximately 2 years ago, I started talking with John and Jerry and a few other people about wanting to do a testimonial video. And so we started down the path of, trying to, one, get funding, two, get some people that are willing to do it. And then we started the process of filming it. And we filmed it in February of last year. And at that time, I knew this would be a great tool for training, for prospecting, for recruiting, all up and down the line. But I had no idea how powerful that it would actually be until we actually got it finished. We put a lot of work, a lot of effort into it, and I think everybody in this room would agree that it's probably one of the best things that we've ever done in Alliance. And so we decided this year to ask Carlton and Sophia to come and meet everybody, become a part of the family, or they're part of the family before that. But now they get to meet a lot of our key leadership and people in the organization. And so we asked them to come down and join us for this meeting and just come up and say a few things about their experiences and the value of having the ability to access their death benefit whenever they needed it the most, and such a trying time that they were going through. I still say today, Carlton, and I wrote it down whenever you said it when I was in your house and we were doing the video, when you said, life isn't scripted. You never know when something's going to happen. And I still say that today. And I thank you guys for your willingness to be able to do this. Thank you guys for your willingness to come down here and meet with us. And just like to ask you to come up and say a few words to the group. Carlton and Sophia.
Good morning, everyone. This is overwhelming. This is actually the first time that we sat still to look at that whole video. We usually take maybe the first minute, and he'll get up and he'll walk away, and I'll get up and I'll go after him, and we'll turn it off. So to sit there, it was overwhelming because we never actually looked at the whole video. So I got a little teary-eyed. It kind of threw me off because we didn't have anything written down to talk about. But first, we just like to thank you for inviting us. Everybody's thanking us for coming, but we're grateful to be here, especially me. I'm grateful to be here to just give thanks for having this wonderful insurance. Moving from Miami to Georgia, I was previously in a situation where there was a death in the family, and I was forced to move out of the house with my children. So moving to Georgia, that was something that I felt was imperative to do, to have an insurance that was going to make sure that when I die, that the house was paid for, my husband wouldn't have to worry about bills, and my kids would be taken care of. I sent something out in the mail, received around 50 phone calls, 100 sheets of mail that I just tore up and threw out. Okay, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. However, it was this one phone call that something told me to sit down and talk. And it was, where did Rick go? Hey, Rick. It was Rick. Rick. And it was just this one phone call that I sat down, I settled, and I spoke to him, made an appointment. He came over, and it was like a connection instantly. I don't know if it was his experience, him talking, his knowledge of his work, but I know it was his sincerity. Rick is very sincere. He loves what he do. And needless to say, he walked away. He didn't want anything to do with it. He just got up and walked away. He was all around the house doing everything but sitting down. But I knew how important it was to have this insurance, and, I wanted the biggest policy I could get because I wanted to make sure my bills was paid and my kids was taken care of. Rick, you okay? Okay. Rick told me he gave me some samples like, okay, well, this person had cancer and they was able to do this, or if you also get an illness or a heart attack, you can do this. But I'm young, energetic, active, no history, not obese, no diabetes, cholesterol, nothing. So when he was talking about that, I really wasn't, okay, yeah. I just want the biggest policy to make sure, because an insurance policy is usually when somebody dies, the family gets the money and they take care of everything. And a year later, is it a year and a half later, after having my beautiful baby, she's not a baby anymore, she thinks she's grown, but after having her, as he said, I was at Walmart and had shortness of breath and something told me to go up, and that's all I can remember. No memory, but I don't know how many days later or weeks or months later I woke up and able to comprehend what was happening. That's when I realized I had several heart attacks. Several. So I just want to thank Rick for coming into my life. We was talking yesterday and we said that my life was saved 2 times by God himself and Rick introducing this wonderful policy to me, because I was able to settle down and have a peace of mind when we received a check to pay everything. So since I don't remember anything else, after that point, I think Carlton would go ahead and continue. This is part 2.
First, I want to thank God for being here. Like Sophie said, she had a chance of 2 lives. When you first think about insurance policies, I said it last night, I keep saying it. When Rick first came to the house and I walked in the house from work, I got up because I just heard it as death insurance. It's living benefits, what we're here to celebrate today. It was living, because my wife was here. We hear thank yous. We can't thank you guys enough. We can't thank you enough. Everybody knows the current economy status. It's just grim to know that if you didn't have money for something serious as mortgage and you have to be concerned about health, the last thing you want to worry about is money. That's the last thing. I'm not going to go into details because I already, I can't watch this tape at all. I'm going to let you guys know I can't watch this tape. Even during the taping of this, I was to relive it all is just really hard. So forgive me if I don't go into details like she did. But reality is that we never know what life throws at us, and to have a blanket of security is one of the best things to have. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff with this policy. And again, thank you guys, thank you Alliance, thank you LSW, thank you guys for this policy. I can't really say much more than that. I'm sorry, I do have one more thing to say. It's so rare that I'm a retail manager for 15 years, that you get a chance to give back to somebody who's doing so much for you. Rick had called me up, I want to say about three weeks ago, some time ago. He's a big Atlanta Hawks fan. He calls me up and says, "Hey, Carlton, if you got the Deion Sanders jersey?" I said, I don't know. And I said, I'll see what I can do. But anyway, he told me they inducted him into the whole Hall of Fame ring over at the Falcon Stadium. And I made a point to make sure and take care of this guy right now. So I want to call up Rick. And I wish I had gifts to give everybody in this room. I don't. But it was imperative that I got this particular gift for him and show our gratitude towards him, how much this meant to us. So, Rick, come up here.
Yeah, man. Show it.
Hey.
Got any Falcon fans in the house? Now, this is the real deal. We got here. All right. Yeah, this is a special jersey right here. This is Deion Sanders got inducted into the Falcons. I think it's called the Ring of Honor, or that what it is? It's got a little commemorative badge on here. I'd like to say just a couple things about the Dudleys. I've been in this business for 13 years, 14 years. This experience with Carlton and Sophia has just been so profound. I mean, the day that they came into the office to pick up the check was an amazing day. My office manager it was her first couple weeks in working as my office manager, and it's the first time that we had actually seen Sophia, I think, right? First time that since she'd been released from the hospital. And I mean, she looks great right now, full strength, but when she came into the office that day, walking slowly, we could see her walking out through the windows. Still not really breathing at full capacity at that time. Just good to see her, but she was, looking weak. But to be able to give her that check was just an amazing thing to be able to do. And it was, I know we were all getting teary-eyed. And when they left, my office manager, Jeanette, she said, "Is this what this business is really going to be like? Because I can't handle it." But anyway, I just wanted to thank the Alliance Group for asking the Dudleys to come down and just showing them how much we love them, and just being able to actually, do this for people. So when you guys are out there meeting with your clients, I know there's been other folks in here that have had claims with clients. Just remember the Dudleys, and remember that you're probably going to have the same thing happen in your careers. So thanks, guys.